What's up, guys? Day 15 of the 17 Days of St. Patrick's Day. And once again, I'm bringing on my buddy Ray from Ireland with the fact of the day. Take it away, Ray.
So this is the latest in the 17 Days of St. Patrick. Um, so seeing as we're in very unusual times with the coronavirus, there's a lot of food shortages out there with people going crazy in the stores. I thought I would do one about the last time there was a major um, population event in Ireland, and that was the Great Famine. So interestingly enough, in Ireland, some people refer to the famine as the Great Starvation because it wasn't a simple case that there wasn't any food. There was food. The problem was that all of the peasants and the small farmers grew potato crop as their primary source of food. They also on their land grew crop or raised cattle, etc., for export. So there was as much food exported during the famine as was required to feed the nation. So, some historians do believe it was a starvation rather than a famine, because unfortunately they had to sell those goods just to pay the rent at the time. So the famine itself happened between 45 and 49, and Black 47 is renowned as the worst year. During that time, the population of Ireland reduced by about 2 million. It wasn't 9 million. A million died and about a million emigrated, and over the years after more emigrated. So it went over quite a while and had a decimating effect on the population. So for example, in the first census of Great Britain, of which Ireland was part in 1800, the population of Great Britain in total was about 10.9 million, of which around 5 million was Ireland. So we were counted for about half the population. So we were equal with England, Scotland and Wales. Today, the population of Ireland, the whole island, north and south, is about 6.6 million, and the population of the UK, Scotland, Wales and England is about 66 million. So they've grown 10 times the rate of Ireland. So the famine had a huge effect on the population of the country. There were some lasting effects. The reason it had such a big effect was not only the ones that emigrated and died, but that left a lot of like bachelors and farmers behind. So they just didn't marry and population just declined. But the lasting effects of the famine were that politically it gave the Irish this thing in their psyche, that they were always hard done by the British. But not only that, it also gave us this sense of charity and well-doing. Usually when there's world events, the Irish would be top of the list per capita for donations, and that probably comes from our own time of going through hardship. An interesting thing happened actually during the famine, which was the Choctaw Nation in 1847, who had just recently gone down the Trail of Tears themselves in the United States, made it to their reservation, and within a couple of years heard about the famine in Ireland and actually gathered what was at the time $170, which would be about $6,000 in modern money, but for a poor nation, for the Choctaws, that was huge money. And they sent that over to Ireland for famine relief. So there's always been this link between Ireland and the US when it came to the famine, and even with Native Americans. So that is a long fact of the day, but hopefully now you know.
And that's day 15 of 17 Days of St. Patrick's Day. Thanks, Ray. See you tomorrow.